Have you ever had those days where you just feel a bit off? Not sick, not exactly tired, but like the spark you used to have has dimmed a little. Maybe your hands and feet feel cold more often, or you find yourself feeling a bit detached, a little lonely, even when you're surrounded by people. It's a silent struggle that so many of us face as we get older, a quiet draining of our vitality that we're often told is just a normal part of aging. But what if it's not? What if it's being made worse? By something we're not doing, something we were taught never to even discuss? I'm going to share something with you today that might feel a little surprising, maybe even a bit taboo, but I promise you, it's rooted in solid science and a deep respect for the human body. We're going to talk about a simple, private act of self-care that could be a powerful key to unlocking better circulation, a calmer mind, and a healthier body well into your golden years. So if you've been feeling that spark dim, or just want to proactively guard your health, stick with me. This might just change everything for you. Let's start by talking about the conversations we were never taught to have. For our entire lives, we've discussed diet, exercise, and maybe even cholesterol levels. But our well-being is a complex tapestry, and it includes our private, personal health too. True healthy aging requires us to be honest and curious about every part of ourselves. It means looking at our bodies not with shame or embarrassment, but with the same care and attention we'd give a cherished old friend. This is about embracing healthy habits for the whole self, ensuring a quality of life that's rich and full. At the heart of today's conversation is a small but mighty gland that most men only think about when it starts causing trouble: the prostate. Think of it like a crucial little hub in your body's complex wiring. It plays a huge role in your health, but it's often ignored until a problem arises. We need to shift our perspective from fear, worrying about cancer or enlargement, to one of proactive care. Just like we care for our heart with good nutrition, we need to understand how to care for our prostate to ensure our long-term health and independence. Now, this is where things get really interesting. A few years back, researchers at Harvard, a place that knows a thing or two about data, conducted a massive study. They followed over 30,000 men for nearly 2 decades. They weren't looking for a magic pill, but for patterns in healthy habits. What they found was staggering. Men who ejaculated more frequently, specifically 21 or more times a month, had a significantly lower risk of developing prostate cancer. This wasn't a small difference. It was a profound link between a private act and a major health outcome. So why would this be? The simplest way to understand it is to think of it as a flushing mechanism. Imagine a small factory within your body. If the products it makes are never shipped out, they accumulate. Things can get stagnant, and that stagnation can lead to problems. The prostate produces fluid, and regular ejaculation helps to clear out this fluid, along with any potentially harmful substances or old cells that might be lingering. It's like changing the oil in your car. It keeps the engine of your health running cleanly and efficiently for a longer, better life. Let's talk about inflammation. It's a word we hear all the time now, linked to everything from arthritis to heart disease. It's essentially your body's alarm system, but when it's constantly triggered at a low level, it can cause damage over time. A congested prostate can be a site of chronic inflammation. By regularly clearing the pipes, so to speak, you're helping to reduce that inflammatory burden. This simple act contributes to your overall well-being and is a powerful strategy for healthy aging, helping to keep your body in a state of balance and peace. I remember talking to an old patient of mine. Let's call him Arthur. He was in his late 70s, a widower, and carried a lot of anxiety about his health, especially his prostate. When I gently shared this research with him, something clicked. He stopped seeing his sexuality as something from his past and started viewing this private act as just another part of his wellness routine, like his morning walk or his crossword puzzle. It wasn't just about the physical benefit, it was about the relief of taking control, which greatly improved his happiness and active mind. And the benefits extend far beyond just one little gland. Think about what happens in the body during an orgasm. It's a powerful physiological event. Your heart rate increases, and blood rushes to every corner of your body. This is fantastic for your circulatory system. It's a natural way to improve blood flow, which not only supports erectile health but also benefits your heart, brain, and even helps warm up those cold hands and feet. It's a form of internal exercise that supports your longevity from the inside out. One of the biggest myths we need to dismantle for true healthy aging is the idea that sexuality and self-pleasure have an expiration date. Society, through jokes and media portrayals, often suggests that seniors should just hang it all up. But our biology tells a completely different story. Our bodies are designed for pleasure and connection our entire lives. Acknowledging and maintaining this part of yourself is not frivolous. It is a fundamental aspect of your health, vitality, and your right to a joyful quality of life. Let's shift gears and talk about stress, the silent thief of happiness. As we age, the sources of stress don't disappear. They just change. We worry about our kids, our finances, our health. An orgasm triggers a flood of endorphins, which are the body's natural feel-good chemicals. They are powerful mood elevators and pain relievers. Think of it as a built-in reset button for your nervous system. This natural release is an incredible tool for managing anxiety and maintaining an active mind free from the clutter of constant worry. For many older adults, especially those who may have lost a partner or live alone, loneliness can be a profound and painful reality. Physical touch is a basic human need that often goes unmet. While it's not a substitute for human connection, the act of self-pleasuring is a form of self-connection. It's a way to be present in your own body, to experience pleasure and comfort, which can be a powerful antidote to feelings of isolation. This contributes immensely to emotional well-being and overall happiness. Now, let's talk about sleep. How many of us lie awake at night, our minds racing, staring at the ceiling and counting the hours? It's one of the most common complaints I hear. The combination of endorphin release, muscular relaxation, and the surge of hormones like prolactin after an orgasm creates the perfect cocktail for deep, restful sleep. And as we know, good sleep is not a luxury. It's the foundation of good health, impacting memory, energy levels, and our ability to live with independence. There's also something to be said for body confidence. As our bodies change with age, they get softer, they ache more, they look different in the mirror. It's easy to feel disconnected from them, even betrayed. Re-establishing a positive physical relationship with yourself is a profound act of self-acceptance. It's a way of saying, this body is still mine. It is still a source of pleasure and vitality. This reinforcement of self-worth is crucial for maintaining your confidence and your independent spirit. Finally, let's be clear. This is not about performance. This is about presence. This isn't a command to achieve a certain outcome or meet a quota. It's an invitation to engage in a healthy habit that is entirely for you. It costs nothing, requires no one else's approval, and can be adapted to your own body and energy levels. It's a simple, powerful tool for improving your personal quality of life, on your own terms. It's about celebrating your continued vitality. By the way, if any of this is resonating with you, or maybe making you think a little differently, do me a favor and give this video a quick like. It's a small thing, but it truly helps me know I'm on the right track and lets me continue making these conversations for you. Now, we have to address the elephant in the room for many people, the feelings of guilt or shame that have been attached to this topic for centuries. Many of us were raised in an era where masturbation was considered wrong, immoral, or a sign of weakness. I want to speak to you now, not just as a content creator, but as someone who deeply cares about your health. It is time to let go of that outdated baggage. Your body is not shameful. Its natural functions are not immoral. This is biology, plain and simple. But what if my desire, my libido, isn't what it used to be? That's a completely valid and common question, and the answer is, that's perfectly okay. This is not about forcing anything or turning self-care into a chore. It's about listening to your body and responding with kindness. The goal isn't a specific number from a study. The goal is to simply not abandon this aspect of your health. Think of it like stretching. You do what you can, when you can, and the consistency is what matters for your long-term well-being. So, what happens if we do nothing? If we just let this part of our health go completely dormant? Think of a calm, flowing stream versus a stagnant pond. When prostatic fluid isn't released regularly, the area can become congested. This can contribute to a condition called prostatitis, which is essentially inflammation of the prostate that can cause discomfort, pain, and urinary issues. Keeping things flowing is one of the most basic principles of good health. I'm reminded of a gentleman, let's call him David, who came to see me a few years ago. He was in his early 80s and was experiencing a vague pelvic discomfort that doctors couldn't pin down. After ruling out anything serious, we talked about his lifestyle. He'd been celibate since his wife passed away a decade prior and assumed that part of his life was just over. By gently reintroducing this simple, private habit into his life, much of his discomfort eased. It was a clear demonstration of how this affects quality of life. This is also about maintaining the body's natural elasticity. The complex network of blood vessels involved in sexual function needs regular use to stay healthy and responsive. It's the old use it or lose it principle in action. Regular activity, whether with a partner or solo, acts as a form of exercise for this entire system, helping to keep tissues flexible and blood flow robust. This is a key component in preserving your physical functions and promoting longevity. I encourage you to start thinking of this as just one part of a holistic wellness plan. You might choose to eat more leafy greens for nutrition. You might take a walk every day for exercise. You might do puzzles to maintain an active mind. Think of this as another piece of that same puzzle. It's a tool for managing stress, improving sleep, and supporting your cardiovascular and prostate health. It's a comprehensive approach to healthy aging. Ultimately, this all comes back to one of my favorite words: independence. Taking these small, proactive steps in your private life has a very public result. It means you are actively working to maintain your health, reduce your risk of certain diseases, and manage your stress. All of this contributes to your ability to live a strong, vibrant, and self-reliant life for as long as possible. It's a private act with the powerful public benefit of your continued presence and vitality. You might feel awkward bringing this topic up with your doctor, and the good news is you don't have to. This isn't about getting permission. This is about you, armed with knowledge, taking an active role in your own preventive health care. Knowing you are doing something beneficial for your body, based on good evidence, is empowering. It shifts you from being a passive patient to the active CEO of your own health and well-being. Let's try to reframe this one last time. This isn't just a mindless physical act. It can be a moment of profound mindfulness. For 5 or 10 minutes, you can shut out the noise of the world, the news, the bills, the worries, and simply be present in your own skin. It's a time to check in with your body, to feel sensation, to just be. In our frantic world, these small moments of mindful self-care are absolutely essential for our happiness and mental clarity. I often think about my own father's generation. He was a wonderful, stoic man who never, ever would have spoken about something like this. I can only imagine the silent health worries he and his friends carried around with them, feeling they had no one to talk to and no information to guide them. Part of my mission here with you is to break that cycle of silence. It's to give you the information and the permission that they never had for a better quality of life. There is something deeply powerful about self-reliance. In a world where it's easy to feel dependent on medications, on doctors, on family members, this is a domain where you are completely in charge. It is an act of health autonomy. It's a quiet declaration that you are the primary guardian of your body and your well-being. This sense of control is fundamental to maintaining not just your physical health, but your spirit of independence. If you have stayed with me through this entire conversation, that tells me something truly wonderful about you. It tells me that you haven't checked out. It shows me that you still care deeply about your health, about feeling good, and about living your life to the fullest. That desire, that curiosity, is the most powerful medicine in the world. It's the foundation upon which all healthy habits are built, and you've already got it in spades. So, here is my gentle invitation to you. I'm not asking you to make a dozen changes tomorrow. I'm simply asking you to change your perspective. Start seeing this private, natural act not as a taboo or a secret, but as a legitimate and powerful tool in your personal wellness toolkit. Place it right there alongside good nutrition, regular movement, and getting enough sleep. It belongs in that category. It's a cornerstone of holistic, healthy aging. Just let the idea sit with you for a bit. That's all. The next time you're thinking about your health plan, just remember our chat. Remember that caring for your whole self, including the private and personal parts, is the most effective path toward a life filled with vitality, strength, and happiness. You have the power to influence your health and longevity in small, meaningful ways every single day. Before you click away, I'd love it if you'd tell me in the comments where you're watching from. Seeing this community come together from all over is the best part of my day. And if this conversation was helpful, please make sure to subscribe and click that little notification bell. That way, you won't miss our next talk on the simple secrets to keeping your mind sharp, your body strong, and your spirit wonderfully independent.